the halo, my friends of hope. Today I thought about what can I talk in my next video. And then I thought to myself, hey, just take a look around. Everything is snow white in Germany here. It's like a winter wonderland. You want to join me for a ride here through this winter wonderland? Okay, here we go. So first of all, this is a very small city where I come from. It's close to Munich and even closer to a little city called Augsburg. So, let's check it out, okay? As you can see, a lot of clouds here in Germany. It looks wonderful. And here you got this winter wonderland. As you can see, it's a very quiet place. Only a few cars. Very easy. I like it here a lot because the air quality is wonderful. The quality of the water is wonderful. And you got a lot of space to drive. If you need to park somewhere, there's always room. My cousin once told me he was in Brazil, and he said, "Do you know what I'm missing here?" And the friend with whom he was traveling to Brazil said, "No, what are you missing? Everything's fine." And he said, "The clouds. Where are the clouds?" And if you grow up here in Germany, especially in this little small towns where I come from, so then of course when you're a child, how do you want to get to the places where there are party? So it's very difficult, because how can you get there if you don't have a car? So we're tramping a lot, and walking a lot, and it was really not easy to get from one place to another. But as soon as you have a car, everything's fine. So what's also very typical for this place where I come from, so beside Augsburg, you have all these houses. They look like this. Look at the rooftops. Always the same angle. Okay, let's drive towards the sun. Oh, isn't it beautiful? It's so... wow. There's so much light. Unbelievable. So, and then when you got a car, then it's a lot easier to get from one place to another, and you could get out and partying a lot. So we all cruised to this place called Munich. Of course, you know Munich, Oktoberfest. But this was never a place for me, because I don't drink alcohol and I don't like the people who get so drunk. This is not my thing, I think it's also not your thing, because we like to talk about deep stuff. And how will you talk about deep stuff if you're completely drunk? So let's take a walk again at this wonderful landscape. Take a look at this. Complete emptiness. Unbelievable. A few birds. And then what's also a typical thing here for this area is you got a lot of churches. A lot. I think you can see it here. But also in Germany, it's not that typical anymore that on Christmas you got this snow everywhere. So it's like it always comes about 1 month, but sometimes also 2 months after Christmas. So this year we have a lot of snow, and it's also not that common that the snow stays that way, because we had a few times when it snowed and then on the next day it completely disappeared, because the temperature was too high, so everything was melting. And now because we got this -1, -2 degrees, so everything stays that way. So you got this typical winter wonderland. I think even for a few days it will last. What's also funny, wait 1 second. What's also funny and very cute for these little towns, and this is, no, it's not here. They have all these little farmers. They have their own little shops. So if you need eggs or milk, look what's here. Für die Gott, it says. This means goodbye. Bavarian style. So they got this, and this is what I totally support. I think it's wonderful if those little farmers have their own little shops where they sell their eggs and milk and all of that. Okay, I'm vegan. I'm not so 100% interested in eggs and milk, but I think it's a nice gesture for all of those who drink milk and eat eggs. It's wonderful to support those local, the local farmers. So those are the typical engines that they drive here in Germany, the farmers.
So those big
truck things, yeah, and that's how they get this here done, you know, to grow their crops and everything. For me, what I think is very strange, wait, I show you, is this electricity thing. Can you see it? This looks for me very strange. It completely destroys the landscape. Okay, you get used to it, but I think it's not nice. Let's drive in a little bit further. Do you want to go into the woods? Shall we go to the woods also? And there's also a funny thing, funny and hardcore at the same time. There's a little town called Graben here beside where I live, and it's so heavy because in Graben, wait, I show you. So this is how it looks like. Graben is a very small little town, and here, guess who has his enormous monster factory here? Amazon. Amazon is here in this little sweet town, Graben. I think we cannot see it. We have to go to the other side of the town. But you know, Amazon's everywhere, even in the smallest towns in Germany. Oh, take a look again at the clouds. Isn't it wonderful? Maybe one day we jump together on those clouds. Doing, doing, doing. You remember when you were a child and they told you if you jump out of somewhere, an airplane or something like this, then you can bounce on those big clouds? Wouldn't that be wonderful? And here we got a Tesla. So Tesla's also gets more and more famous here in Germany. There's somebody riding his horse. So Tesla's also getting more famous in Germany. I've been in the beginning of the year, so in February or March, something like this. I was in Los Angeles, and for me it was like Tesla town, everywhere Tesla. Again, take a look at the landscape. This is unbelievable. It's like you're in the desert of nowhere. So still a lot of farmers here. But as I've heard, they also have a hard time because of the prices to sell their stuff, etc. When I was a little child, I've been to this school called Realschule, and this was also very funny because there were no true clubs, really somewhere to go. You know, you did not know, hey, where can I go? So, as I said before, you could tramp to Munich or so. Or what a lot of my friends did, there were these petrol stations. And it was like a meeting point. Everybody met there at these petrol stations because they had this wonderful blue and green lights, and their cars were shimmering, shining in those lights. And so everybody was meeting there, and of course they could buy their liquor there and their cigarettes and all of that. And so this was a funny thing in these towns around those cities where you could not go anywhere. So there was these meeting points at those petrol stations, and all of those cars were there, GTIs. all of those colors. And what was also funny, they did these sound systems. So everybody wanted to have a mega sound in their car. I also love to have a cool sound in my car. I also did a lot of stuff here. And there's a mega subwoofer in my trunk because I like it a lot. And now the new generation, they just finance their cars and that's it. And they have this standard sound quality. But I love it that it goes boom, you know, that the whole car is shaking when you listen to your sound. So let's see, where can I take you? You still warm? Or it's getting cold? What's also very typical, well, the part where I come from is where everywhere are these crosses, you know? Everywhere you see them. So the church is everywhere. By the way, for those of you who are wondering, where, who the heck did this? And why do you need a lot of those switches? So if they're all together, you know, if you switch them all, then in the back of my trunk, then the subwoofer is activated. So that is the whole secret. But I thought to myself, hey, if you do it in style. Why not? Because during those very, very cold days, then it could be that that the car does not start, and so I have to completely switch off my electricity and of course the subwoofer. You know, there's this we call it Endstufe, and it's still sucking the electricity even if it says no. So that's why I had to put a switch here inside, and I thought to myself, why not? Why one when you when you can have 6? So it looks like a James Bond mobile. So, and here we are, also this typical trees. So those are called Nadelwald in Germany. Here another cross, as you can see. Wait 1 second. So as I told you, a lot of churches, a lot of crosses everywhere. Here another one. It really looks like a fairy tale, right? I think Germany is enormous beautiful during this snow time, when it snows, and yeah, then it gets this magic touch. But as I said before, you need to have a good heater that you stay warm, otherwise you go crazy. So a lot of those little rivers everywhere. Sweet, isn't it? And by the way, the snow is real. Check it out. Welcome to Germany. Oh, this is also funny. Wait, I have to show you this one. So in Germany, in these little towns, what's also very famous is this little, they call it Vereine. They have this soccer clubs, they have this tennis clubs, clubs for everything, exactly. And even in the smallest towns they have these little clubs. So I'm trying to find my way over there into the woods so I can show you the woods who are not far away from where I live. I think the light is still okay. It's not that good, but I think it's okay. This is also very typical for Germany. Take a look at this, how the kids, the fathers and the mothers, see how they're enjoying it with their Schlitten. So those little hills, they're perfect for the kids and the parents to slide off them with their sleighs. Take a look at this. This is unbelievable. It's like this whole town exists from a few little houses, and that's it. This is so funny. Sometimes you think, there are only 8, 10, 12 houses, and it's a little town. I also wanted to film this video in German, But I think for all my German friends here who are watching, I think you're bored. Say, hey, I see this all the time. Who wants to see this? But for my friends from India, Indonesia, Mexico, etc., I think it's a lovely video. Here you can see a little bit better an overview over those little towns. Oh. Or even not. Here you can see a better view of German dirt. Okay, here we are. We're cruising through the woods. A lot of snow everywhere, isn't it wonderful? Wait, let's stop here somewhere to check it out. Wait 1 second. Where shall we go? What about here? I think this is not bad. Okie dokie, let's get out the car. Check it out. I hope you can still hear me. And now you have to listen to the sound of the snow. Wait. Wonderful, isn't it? So here we are. So it stopped to snow, but as you can see everywhere, still the snow is lying around on the trees, etc. Hey, look, this is the pathway to Hansel and Gretel. Here it is. Just follow the little Lebkuchen and then you will arrive at the bad evil witch house. Take a look at this. A lot of snow everywhere. You want a little bit for your refrigerator to keep it? Here we are. Okay, you want it that way, so let's do it. You want a snowball? Here we are. We make a little snowball. Okay, I hope my hands are not freezing. Oh my god, it's so cold. So okay, manual for throwing a snowball. First of all, hurry up because your hands are freezing. And then focus your enemy and then voila, bam! And that's it. And now the second thing is to warm up your hands again. Okay, just walk a little bit here into the woods. I hope this is not my last video. If not, please check my location and help me from Hansel and Gretel and the evil witch's house. Okay, I think it's enough of this coldness. Let's go back in the warm car. Okay, my dear friends, you have to watch this. This is really unbelievable. Watch out, are you ready? Fairy tale number 1. Isn't this cute? Also, the sun is shining perfectly right now onto this little houses. Even here with the chimney where the smoke comes out. Looks like a postcard, doesn't it? And again, Winter Wonderland. The next little town appears. As you can see, another church as always here. Got a little river again. Wait, maybe we can see it a little bit.
Too much sun.
What's also very funny here in Germany is that the weather changes so fast. So right now, as you can see, a lot of sun is shining into my face. It could be that in a few minutes no sun is there anymore because the clouds move so fast. It's unbelievable. So that they cover completely the sun, and so everything's changed in a few seconds. So that's why everybody is getting out of their houses as soon as they can when there's a little light outside, especially right now. Wait 1 second. As you can see here, the sun, how wonderful it shines through the trees. So because in Germany we don't have that much sun, you know, so we have almost half the year is cold and rainy. So, and if the sun appears, everybody's getting out. And you can see it immediately. The people who are on the streets, they're happy, or let's say happier than before, because everybody wants to get out and feel a little bit the sun. Vitamin D, very important. Wait, we're leaving the forest. 1 second. I think this will be also a wonderful view. Wait. Here we go. So my dear friends, so wherever you are, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it got a little bit longer than I used to do my videos, especially the last ones, only a few minutes long. But I think this time it was worth it, because now you can see this guy, this JOREL guy. Where does he live? Where is it where he lives? How is the countryside? How are the people? How is it? So now you know where the videos come from. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, and also nice quick from my gas pedal, as you can hear. This means, if I translate it, have a wonderful day.
I know you